Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear students, welcome all of you in this module, and today we are going to discuss about one of the semi-solid dosage form about creams. So myself Dr. Mona Semalti from HNB Garhwal University, Srinagar Garhwal. I welcome dear students in this module. So after going through from this module, you will be able to know about creams, their method of preparation, classification, advantages, disadvantages of creams. So let's see your learning outcome. So this is your learning outcome of this module. We will see cold cream, vanishing cream in detail along with the general introduction of creams. So dear students, creams are pharmaceutical dosage form in the category of semi-solids, or we can say semi-solid dosage form. So creams are of different kinds: sunscreen, cleanser, facial masks and moisturizing cream, cold cream, vanishing cream, night cream, massage cream. So all these types of creams, and basically creams are emulsions, right? It may be oil in water or water in oil emulsion. So semi-solid dosage forms, they are as I told, water in oil or oil in water emulsions. They are so emulsifying agent. It is very important for them along with the other ingredients, and they are intended for external application. And what all additives and ingredients which are used in cream, that we will discuss in further slides. So types of creams: vanishing cream, foundation cream, cleansing cream, makeup cream, cold cream, and so all these are types of creams. Creams for dry skin, all-purpose cream, massage cream, and skin protective cream, hand cream. So we can classify creams in this way. So dear students, now let us see what all ingredients are used in the preparation of creams: water, oil, fats and waxes, mineral oil, liquid paraffin or light liquid paraffin or heavy liquid paraffin, and almond oil, arachis oil, castor oil. So all these things, we can also tell that these are non-aqueous vehicle used for the creams, and aqueous vehicle, water, purified water, and or water for injection, sterile water for injections. So and purified water, and the different grades of waters are used for the preparation of cream. Fats: lauric acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid, and sesame oil, olive oil, cocoa butter, peanut oil. So and waxes: carbona wax, beeswax, lanolin derived from wool fat, glycol, ethylene glycol, diethylene glycol, and propylene glycols. Wetting agents: humectants, proteins, and acids, polysaccharides, as well as perfumes. So it depends on different kinds of perfumes which are used in the preparation of cold cream. Colors, saffron, chlorophyll, cochineal, and emollients, emulsifying agents, which is very important for emulsions and inorganic solids under emulsifying agents, and gums and proteins. So these are the ingredients used for the preparation of creams. And the selection of these ingredients, it depends on the the important ingredients which we are using for special purpose sometimes. So creams are semi-solid dosage form applied externally, and generally we study in pharmaceutics. One is about cold cream and vanishing cream. So we will be discussing these two creams in detail, their properties, and its preparation. Now moving to classification of creams. See, creams, we can simply list out the different types of creams one way. Another way is classifying them based on the type of emulsion, that is oil in water emulsion or water in oil emulsion. If you take example of oil in water emulsion, you can say cold cream, and oil in water emulsion, vanishing cream. And as per their function, that the creams have different kinds of function like cleansing, foundation just to make your skin glow for a special purpose, and simply moisturizing the cream in a general purpose way. Okay, so this way we can classify creams. Now moving to cold cream. Cold cream, this is very commonly used cream and a kind of semi-solid dosage form, used as a moisturizer, a makeup remover and cleanser. And the main principle of cold cream, it involves the slow evaporation of water phase, which leads to its cooling sensation. Okay, and main ingredients of cold creams are borax, beeswax, and a suitable emulsifying agent. So this way we can introduce cold cream. So dear students, how will you define cold cream? See, cold cream, it is water in oil cream, semi-solid dosage form, used for moisturizing purpose, and the water slowly evaporates from the cold creams to give a cooling sensation, and the main ingredients are borax, beeswax, and a suitable emulsifying agent. So dear students, this is introduction of cold cream. Now functions, moving to the function. The very important and the main function of cold cream is it protects your skin from dehydration. Okay, prevents the roughness, and it helps in maintaining the smoothness of your skin, and it protects the skin from any kind of rupture or crack formation. And the oil phase of the cream, it gives the emollient effect to skin. So these are few functions of cold cream. Moving to the ideal characteristics of cold cream, should have ideal pH from 4.6 to 6, and the consistency should be optimum, should not be too sticky, and penetration through epidermis of the skin is desirable. So these are few properties, ideal properties of a cold cream, like it should have this kind of properties before you formulate. Should easily spreadable, smoothness, penetrability, optimum pH. Okay, so and a balanced ingredients. So these are few properties of cold cream. Now moving to the ingredients which are used for cold cream. Okay, I told you that beeswax, borax, and suitable emulsifying agents. So along with that, Along with that, alcohol, glycerin, lanolin, perfume, mineral oil. So these are also used. Now there is a special purpose of using each and every ingredient in the cold cream. Like mineral oil, liquid paraffin, it gives you a base. White beeswax also, it forms the base. Thickening agent, as sometimes also serves as a emulsifier. Borax is used as emulsifier and it is responsible for the whiteness of the cold cream. Alcohol, glycerin, lanolin and perfume. Cold cream has the high proportion of fatty acids and oily material. So the replacement of part of mineral oil with 15% petroleum gelling can be used to produce the different textures and consistency in cold cream. Okay, so functions of cold cream. So cold cream have several functions, like the ingredients which we use in the cold cream, which have several functions, like oil phase, which we use in the form of mineral oil, beeswax. So they are used as a solvent and emollient. Beeswax is used as a thickening agent and emulsifier. Aqueous phase provides the whiteness. Water as a used solvent. Preservative, antimicrobial and perfume for fragrance. Now what is the procedure for the preparation of cold cream? What you have to do is first heat the mineral oil and beeswax in a jacketed vessel at 75 degrees centigrade, and you have to maintain the heat. In another container, what you have to do is dissolve borax and preservative in water and heat it also at up to 75 degrees centigrade. Okay, so the oil phase we prepared, and in the second step we prepared aqueous phase. Now slowly add the aqueous phase to the mineral oil beeswax heated oily phase and cool it to 35 degrees centigrade, and lastly you have to add the perfume. So it will give you a cream like consistency. So it is what we prepared is a cold cream. Cold cream uses cleanse the face of makeup and moisturizes. It serves as a very good moisturizer for dry skin, and it can also be used as a shaving cream alternative for men. So these are few uses of cold cream. Now there are few ingredients which are specially added ingredients in certain cold cream preparation. The very few which we will discuss here. The first is alpha hydroxy acids. Okay, what is the use of adding this special ingredient in cream preparation? It removes the fine lines, irregular pigmentation and aging spots. Beta hydroxy acids. Okay, it removes the dead skin cells, helps in removing the acne, and hydroquinone, which serves the purpose of bleaching as a bleaching agent or lightening agent, which is used in lightening the dark and aging spots. Hyaluronic acid, it helps in reverse aging. So mostly it is specially used for wrinkle upliftment or for wrinkle treatment. Copper peptide, it is an example, and it promotes the synthesis of hyaluronic acid. It helps in the natural tissue building process. So hyaluronic acid is also one of the special ingredient which is used in cold cream. Retinol is also a anti-aging material. Okay, it helps in improving the skin texture and tone. Kojic acid. Kojic acid is basically it's a chelating agent which is produced by several species of fungi, especially Aspergillus oryzae. So this is a chelating agent produced by a fungus, fungi, and it helps in slowing down the production of melanin, the brown pigment. So it is used in whitening creams. Next is L-ascorbic acid. So L-ascorbic acid, it is one of the form of vitamin C. With the age and sun exposure, the collagen present in the skin, the collagen which is collagen synthesis in the skin, it decreases, leading to wrinkles. So dear students, till now in this module we discussed about cold cream and different aspects of cold cream. Now we are moving to the vanishing cream. Vanishing cream, it is what? Oil in water cream, opposite to cold cream, right? Oil in water cream, vanishing cream, and cold cream is water in oil cream that contains a large percentage of, and oil in water cream that contains the large percentage of water and stearic acid or the other oleogenous component. So dear student, with the introduction of this vanishing cream, these two questions are very frequently asked in the examination in MCQ form. That vanishing cream is a kind of, you will be given options, so you have to choose oil in water, always. And second thing, what is the major ingredient which is used in the preparation of vanishing cream? So stearic acid. Say, and after application, a continuous phase, it gets evaporated, leaves behind a thin residue of film of stearic acid. So it vanishes from the skin, it disappears from the skin. That's why we call it as a vanishing cream, right? So vanishing cream is an oil in water cream. It contains large percentage of the water and stearic acid or other oleogenous components. So dear students, now moving to the properties of vanishing cream. High melting point, pure whiteness. It has very little odor and low iodine number, and it is rubbed very easily. So these are few properties of a good vanishing cream. A good vanishing cream should have the high melting point. It is completely white texture. It has very little odor and very low iodine number, and it is uniform. It should be uniform in consistency and it should be rubbed easily. Now major ingredient used in vanishing cream. So the first thing is, which comes in our mind, is stearic acid, always with the vanishing cream, right? Stearic acid, the soap formed in situ by the reaction between a suitable alkali and stearic acid. It determines the hardness of the cream and it is responsible for producing the consistency of the product, right? So the stearic acid, what is the role of stearic acid? It is there is a soap formed in situ by reaction between suitable alkali and stearic acid, and stearic is going to decide the hardness of the cream, the consistency of the cream. Another major ingredient which is used in vanishing cream, it is alkali, right? Alkali, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, and sodium carbonate, triethylamine, and borax. So these are examples of alkali which are used in the preparation of vanishing cream. Sodium or potassium hydroxide, when used alone, it forms the hard cream. So it is used in combination. Say if we are using sodium hydroxide individually alone in an in an emulsion. Okay, so it forms the hard cream. Similarly, if we use potassium hydroxide individually in a cream formulation, this also gives us a hard cream. So what you have to do is, in combination with borax, if we use the alkali, so what happens, it gives us a smooth consistency, or we can say the desired consistency of the product. So this is about alkali. And what was the first ingredient used? Stearic acid. And alkali is the second most important ingredient in vanishing cream. Now let us see the third major ingredient, what it is. It is humectant. Okay, so dear students, if you recall my previous module of cosmetics and cosmeceuticals, where I discussed a complete module on humectant, which is very important in pharmaceutical dosage form also, and especially in the cosmetic preparations in pharmaceuticals. So humectant basically it is going to help in keeping the hydration stability. Okay, that means it is not it will not allow the drying out of your skin. So humectant, glycerol, the very common example of humectant is glycerol, sorbitol, propylene glycol, and it prevents the excessive drying out of the cream, as I told you. So humectant is also a very important ingredient in the preparation of vanishing cream. Now look at the one formula of vanishing cream. Okay, it says that oil phase, okay fine, and aqueous phase. As the creams has two phases, oil phase and water phase. So oil phase has stearic acid, triple pressed, cetyl alcohol, and isopropyl myristate. Okay, now you just look at the quantities, what all quantities, but quantity is not important here. The thing is the complete formula is made up of what ingredient is important and what is the role of individual, that you should be able to tell. If someone asks you that, okay, this is the formula for vanishing cream, can you tell me what is the role of individual ingredient and for what purpose it is used in this formulation? Okay, so that question you should be able to answer. Oil phase, stearic acid, and we have discussed the role of each ingredient here. Okay, cetyl alcohol and isopropyl myristate, right? So these are three ingredients which forms the oil phase for a vanishing cream. Okay, and the cetyl alcohol, it has emollient action, water absorptivities, and emulsifying properties. Isopropyl myristate, non-greasy emollient it is basically. Aqueous phase. Now moving to the second phase, which is aqueous phase. Sodium hydroxide, of course, potassium hydroxide. Okay, and as we discussed that these two ingredients, if we use it individually, it is going to give you the hard, the texture and the consistency of the cream is hard. So it is combined with the borax, and because there are some other ingredients used, that's why we have not used borax here. Glycerin, okay, humectant, water, perfume, and preservative. So these are the ingredients of vanishing cream. So dear students, just please remember the one formula for cold cream and one formula for vanishing cream, because you may be asked in the routine classes or in the practical class that you have to prepare today vanishing cream. So that what will you do? You will look here and there and you will search for the formula, you will Google it, or you will find some book from the library, and then so it's better always to remember a standard formula for vanishing cream. Okay, and its important ingredients and what is the use of it. Now moving to the procedure, how you are going to prepare vanishing cream. Dissolve sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide in water. Okay, add glycerol and preservative and heat to 80 degrees centigrade. Okay, in another vessel, malt stearic acid, cetyl alcohol, isopropyl myristate. This is oily phase, as we discussed in the formula, that what forms your aqueous phase and what all ingredient forms your oil phase. So what you have to do, oil phase, aqueous phase you have prepared and heated. Okay, fine. Then add the alkali solution to the melted oily phase with the good agitation. Okay, so this way, this is the procedure for the preparation of vanishing cream. Now, the last step which I left is, when the mixture is cooled to 45 degrees centigrade, what you have to do is you have to add the remaining perfume and continue the stirring until it cools. Okay. Uses of vanishing cream. Now, uses of vanishing cream, it is used as a adhesive for makeup powders, reduces loss of moisture from the dry skin, and smoothens the skin. It smoothens the skin and prevents skin from roughing, chapping, drying out, cracking. So the vanishing cream is going to contribute this effect to the skin if it is regularly used. So dear students, these are the references. Just go through from the references and you will come to know many other things, and you will be able to know it in more detail. So now, coming to the summary of this topic. So dear students, if we summarize this topic, creams, what we have discussed in this module. Okay, I gave you the general introduction of vanishing cream, okay, and cold cream. The definition of both we have discussed, that cold cream, what is the difference between cold cream and vanishing cream. So dear students, now what is homework for you? You have to differentiate the cold cream and vanishing cream. Okay, how you are going to differentiate? Cold cream, you are going to write definition, you are going to write the kind of emulsion there, you are going to write the important ingredients which are used in cold cream and what is the purpose of using this ingredient, and stating one formula for each. So this is how you are going to differentiate the cold cream and vanishing cream. We have also discussed some specialized ingredients which are added in the cold cream and what is their function of adding those special ingredients in a specialized kind of cold cream, right? And vanishing cream, the use of vanishing cream and different properties and several other aspects of both cold cream and vanishing cream we have discussed in this module. So dear students, this is a semi-solid dosage form cream. So in the previous of modules of suppository part 1 and part 2, we discussed those modules, and we have started now discussing semi-solid. So we started with the cream. Now in the coming module we will be discussing ointment, gel, lotion, liniments. Okay, so these semi-solid dosage form we are going to discuss in the coming module. So dear students, that's all for this module, and stay tuned for more videos, and thank you so much for watching this video.